Today is the 17th of May 2025. As promised, we have come again with another batch of coordinators from Europe to disseminate our information again from our different perspectives. So Biafrans all over the world, especially those in our countries of jurisdiction and in Biafra land in particular. It is very, very necessary that we come because times are different, because things are no more the same. Things are falling apart day by day. Our people have found themselves in a very critical situation, faced by political emancipation, faced by hunger and deprivation. They have war that has been brought to our doorstep by the terrorists who are masquerading as Fulani herdsmen, who are also being supported and condoned and armed by the government of Nigeria. Because if they are not being supported or being armed, why has no Fulani terrorist have been arrested or prosecuted? We have not seen that happen. Those who are, regular visitors to social media might have seen helicopters dropping arms for those terrorists in the forests where they camp. This cannot happen in a country where you have military, you have navy, you have air force, and you have police. None of them have intervened. None of them have intercepted those who are arming these terrorists. None of them have been arrested. Even a man who was in the Secret Service has come on national TV to tell Nigerians that they have discovered the sponsors of Boko Haram and other terrorist groups in Nigeria, brought that message to the administration of Muhammad Buhari, but nothing happened till today. So that means that country called Nigeria is now working against her own citizens, to defend the interests of outsiders. Nigeria has been sold to the Fulanis, and this is why T.Y. Danjuma and the rest of them are calling Nigerians to stand up and defend themselves against the Fulani invaders. If not, they will overrun every part of Nigeria. They're already doing it. It is not, it's not a joke anymore, and it's not a lie. It is obvious when we see news coming out from states like, Plateau, Benue, Adamawa, Niger State, Borno, and the rest of them, where these terrorists have, attacked villages by night, sacking them, killing scores of them, both women, children, and elderly, and taking over their land. And you have millions upon millions of citizens of Nigeria in IDP camp because their homes have been, razed down, their land taken, their ancestral land taken by foreigners, by terrorists. And the Nigerian government are telling you that about their territorial integrity. Which country on earth will allow terrorists to take over the lands of their citizens? And they are telling us about their territorial integrity. What territorial integrity are you protecting? When Biafra say we need a referendum to determine our own fate, both politically and economically, culturally and otherwise, and they're calling us names. For that reason, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is languishing in solitary confinement in DSS dungeon in Abuja, whom they went all the way to Kenya to kidnap in 2021, brought him to Nigeria, and started looking for evidence to prosecute him. And as we speak, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still an innocent man. His rights being trampled under feet by the so-called Nigerian judiciary. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime known to law. Even the Federal Court of Appeal, Abuja, 2022, October 13th, set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free, discharged and acquitted. But still, the Fulanization agenda would not let them let this innocent man go. That's why IPOB is standing firm behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and telling the Nigerian government and the whole world that no amount of pressure, no amount of blackmail, no amount of extrajudicial killings and abduction can quench the fire in IPOB. Nobody born of a woman can destroy IPOB. The only way you can destroy IPOB, I want to reiterate, is to offer us a referendum. If we fail to win, we will surrender. That is where we stand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall be released unconditionally and apologized to, because you have infringed on his fundamental human right and right to freedom of movement and speech. This is why we have gathered again from all parts of Europe. The coordinators who are in attendance tonight will also air their views and introduce themselves to Biafrans and disseminate their own message to Biafrans all over the world and lovers of freedom. That's why we are here tonight, to reiterate that we stand behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Nigeria government and Nigeria as a state has fallen. Nigeria is a failed state. When you see politicians cross-carpeting from one party to the other, shows you that they are all there to make quick money. They are not there to listen to the masses and to look for solutions to problems facing the country and the people in the country. They are there to look for their own personal interest. That is the quickest way to make money as we speak, is to become a politician. That's why they are jumping from one party to the other. Any party in power becomes a heaven for those criminals. So we are talking about a country who is against her own citizens, who is working against the progress of the citizens, where people die of just hunger, which doesn't happen anywhere in the world. A country which is supposed to be the giant of Africa, a country who is blessed with mineral resources and human capital. But they are still there watching their citizens die of hunger and simple illnesses, because there is nothing to write home about in Nigeria. This is the more reason why we, the Biafrans, must exit Nigeria peacefully via a democratic process called referendum. That's what we have come to tell Biafrans and Nigeria government themselves and those who care to listen, that this is the time to set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free and give us a referendum. We have died enough, we have paid enough price for our freedom, and it's the highest time we are given that opportunity to determine our own fate in that geographical space called Nigeria. Having said that, I want to start by calling some of my coordinators who have come tonight to take the floor and address Biafrans all over the world. This is why we have come. I will start by calling the name of Mazi Raf Ndikom. He is our coordinator in Russia, to take the floor and address Biafrans. Mazi Ndikom, if you can hear me, the floor is yours now. Please unmute yourself and speak. There we go. Mazi Raf Ndikom, can you hear me? Okay, while we wait for him, I will call on our European.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Lovers of freedom across the globe that listen to our radio. Greeting from Moscow, Russia Federation. And this is Mazi. I came from Umwaka, province, Biafra land. But I live and serve the indigenous of the Biafra here in Russia as the national coordinator. Mazi Jonathan, peace be unto you for the great work you're doing to our motherland. I want to also use this opportunity to greet my fellow comrade here in Russia Federation. Ipob here in Russia, since the incarceration of our leader Mazi and Kanu have been with me to keep on this struggle, forging ahead. I want to greet all the members and also all the members of the executive, both in zonal and the national. May Chukwuka bless all of us and give us more grace to continue pushing on until we get our nation back from the criminals that have hijacked it. I also want to send my regards and greeting to the leadership of this great movement, the DOS, the people that have been anchoring this great movement since our leader is not with us, under Mazi Chikedozie, also European Rep Mazi Osnabanya, and all the members of Directorate. Say, may God bless all of you and give you more grace to continue holding the struggle until we get what we are desiring. Indeed, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the hero, is our living hero, the man that make it happen. This radio Biafra that we are today speaking, and also the world are hearing us. Without Nnamdi Kanu, there is nothing like a there will be nothing like a radio Biafra. And even the message of talking that is about the restoration of Biafra, he is the person that make it to be a reality today. So I pray that the Michiko can bless him, assist where he is, in the hand of the enemy. My prayer that Chukwu who brought him to do this great acts will bring him out safely without any harm. Actually, I want to touch on concerning what is happening in Nigeria. Actually, the policies of the Mazi, the prophets leader, the Mazi and the Kanu, have been is almost fulfilled in Nigeria. Everybody today is seeing what is happening in Nigeria. All the things that he said concerning the coming of the terrorist group, both ISIS, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and others. We have seen that they have flooded all part of Nigeria. Not only that they have flooded, they are killing people. That is, they're killing people, butchering people like animals, and the government is doing nothing. So our leader saw this thing coming last 50 years, and then he started calling. He started calling people. He started calling people. He started calling people to be able to and to get ready to defend ourselves. But many people mocked him. But today, both rich and poor, everybody is seeing feeling the heat. So blessed that we are lucky to be able to serve this big have many people in Nigeria don't listen to Radio Biafra because they don't have access. But we are the privileged people. So in a nutshell, I'm saying that IPOB Russia Federation is still intact under Nnamdi Kanu. And also ESN that our leader established is also intact. And doing their work supposed to be. Spoke about bless all of us finally in the land of Biafra. It shall be well with us. and also by the grace of Chukwu, what we are desiring will surely come to pass. The most important thing that anybody, any Biafra should not live so. Because this now in this struggle, that a lot of things are happening, say their brothers. So my advice this night from this part of the world is nobody they view that money. Yes, that money can not last more than 2 days. So if we get Biafra, all these things, all those things that are running over that we can buy, that just for less than 3 years. Today, a lot of government buildings have building factories given to cities. So, and know that everything is not money. Yes, it's difficult now in Biafra land, but if we can be able to endure, knowing fully well that the price we are paying, that what that we get when Biafra is more than the prices and the suffering we are suffering today. So may Chukwu come and bless all of us, and also guide us on the continue to the right path, and not to be carried away by the wind that are blowing around us. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And Chukwu bless all of us. You say.
Mazi, Ndewo Mazi, you have delivered your message, and we believe Biafrans have taken note, and it is time for us to wake up and take what belongs to us. There's no two ways about it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the movement. One of the partner members we have. The Russia Federation is too strong today because of your work and those who are working with you. So we appreciate you very much for what you have done and what you are still going to be doing until Biafra is restored and beyond. Ndewo Mazi, and well done. Without wasting much of the time, I am going to call on the next person to speak here is Mazi Abapurongu, our coordinator in Czech Republic. Mazi Abapurongu, if you can hear me, please take the microphone.
Yeah, Mazi, I thank you very much, our European rep. I hope everybody's sharing me. I will start by introducing myself. My name is Innocent Ifeanyi Abapurongu. I am from Awom Mama in Malu province, Biafra land. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the national coordinator in Czech Republic. I would like to start by thanking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu. Your suffering is not going to be in vain. By the special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, you're coming out victoriously. After all the courts in Nigeria have set you free, and the Fulani oligarchy refuse to let you go. God is with you. We all are with you. We're praying for you. Be strong. It's not going to be longer time now. What you are fighting for, we all will achieve it. I thank you very much. My greetings goes to the DOS for holding on all this while, for being strong, especially Mazi Chika Edoziem, the head of the DOS. I thank you, sir, together with your assistants, and all the DOS members. God be with you all. I also want to say thank you to my fellow Biafrans here in Czech Republic. You all are doing great. You all are doing wonderfully well. Without you, there will be no Czeching. There will be no IPOB in Czech Republic. Therefore, I thank you all for standing strong, for being there. I also want to thank Mazi for hosting us. Not only tonight, you have been doing it. May Chukwuabiama be with you, give you more grace. Now, to the point, the few points I want to raise here. I want to thank the ESN for being there, for safeguarding our land, for protecting our people. Quite all right, they are in the bush. They can be everywhere. So it is wise for every part of Biafra land to form a vigilante group. This will also help the ESN. Their work will be more efficient. They will be there, and the vigilante group will be there. I also want to thank all the Biafrans, those people that are really Biafrans. It's not Biafra in the mouth or from the mouth. I want to thank all of you. It is difficult, quite all right, but please, hold on. Hold on. We are getting to the end of the road, where the light is going to shine more brighter than what you see now. The things we are enduring, the things we are going through, it's not going to be long. It will be over. Therefore, I thank all of you. I would like to say something about the renditioning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria and being kept in solitary confinement. When you look at Nigeria and what is happening now, think back, since Onyendu was rendition, what is the situation, what is the condition of Nigeria from then till now, even before then? All the things that Onyendu have said, is there anyone that has not come to pass? The answer is none. Whatever he said before, all of them have come to pass, and everybody is witnessing it. I also want to say something about the agricultural projects in Biafra land. You cannot let your enemy be feeding you all the time. This is the right time for us to go back to our land, go back to agriculture. We get enough food, yes and there. We get enough food for our people. There will be no hunger in the near future. I want everybody to support the agricultural project. I want everybody to support the ESN. I want everybody to support the Biafran project. Let me say something about the May 30th that is almost at hand. It is a lockdown in Biafra land. There will be no movement. We are remembering our heroes and heroines. So everybody should stand up. Stand up and remember those that they killed. Remember Asaba massacre. Remember how they are killing us from then till now. We will remember those that died for us to live. We are here to remember them. They've done their best. They've done their bits. We cannot forget them easily. The remembrance of our heroes and heroines is something that is going to last forever. It's not only this year. It is a continuous, it's going to last forever. May 30th in Czech Republic, I'm going to give out the address where it will be happening. It is at Upuru Prague 7, Koleshovice. We will start at 10 o'clock. All the prayers are here with us. We're waiting for that date. we will always remember our hero and heroines. The next thing I would like to say is the injustice that is going on. When you look at the court, what is happening there is just childish and just like a child play. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been set free many times, but the Nigerian Fulani government refused to let him go. Now, we're waiting for the final verdict of the court, but everybody should get ready. Everybody should get ready. I don't know how the court is going to end, but I pray it will end to our favor. It will end to our favor. When you look at the killings happening in Nigeria, start from Plateau State. The Fulani bandits have taken over. They've taken over also some parts of Nigeria. The people are made to pay tax to them. They are killing at random. There is nobody, no bandits, no Fulani terrorist that is in the custody that has come to court or the Nigerian government has brought to court. They are giving them free hand to move about, to keep people at will. This is not going to happen in Biafra land. That is why I am saying everybody should support the ESN. Everybody should support the ESN. I also want to thank the people here in Czech Republic that are supporting us anonymously. Please keep it up. Mazi Abanim, I think I will hand over back to the mic to you. I will stand by if there is any question that I will be asked. Thank you very much. May Chukwuabiama bless all of us.
Ndewo Mazi Ababron. You have done very well and touched almost every angle that's relevant at the moment. Beginning with the ranges of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the work of the ESN, how Biafra land has not been overrun because of the gallantry of our men and women in the bushes and forests protecting our land from the invaders. It is not news that the Nigerian government is now working against their own citizens by supporting the killings of their own citizens, beginning from Borno State to southern Kaduna and most of the northern and states, including Middle Belt. The Fulani oligarchy has said that this is the land that Allah has given them via their Othman Danfodio, who came to lead the way to conquer Nigeria. But we have come to make bold to say that Biafra land is not Nigerian territory. Those who believe that they are Nigerians should face the consequences that Nigeria brings with it. We are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans, and we have been existing thousands of years before the white man came and, wickedly amalgamating people of diverse culture and religion together, knowing fully well that is not going to work. But what they care is their business and not the betterment and progress of the people that own the land. So it is the onus is upon us to say no. Just like you see what is happening in the Sahel now. These people are not God. You can do away with them and then prepare for the consequences, but because they must come. They will use those in your own country to get you, killed. And that's what is happening to Traore as we speak. But he is more prepared than they are. He's 10 and 20 steps ahead of his enemies. Biafra needs to be free, the way we were before the white man came. That's our message. Nnamdi Kanu must be released, for he has committed no crime known to law. We need to be free to safeguard our land and develop at our own pace. Enough is enough. So thank you, Mazi, for the message you have delivered tonight, especially about also the 30th of May preparation. This is the month of action, the month that Biafra remember our heroes and heroines who paid the ultimate price that we may live today. So it is good that we will let people all over the world, especially Biafrans in our countries of jurisdiction, to know how we are preparing and where to meet for those who do not know where to meet, so that we will come together on that day in a solemn solidarity to remember and honor them who paid the ultimate price and who are still paying it till today. So thank you so much, Mazi. Without wasting much time, I want to call the next person to take over the microphone, and he is Mazi. Our coordinator in Luxembourg, is Mazi Iboanugo Mark. Mazi Iboanugo, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself and address Biafrans who are waiting to hear from you. Ndewo.
Ndewo Mazi. Good evening, Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom. My name is Mark Chuks Iboanugo. I come from Idemili province, in Biafra land. I serve indigenous people of Biafra as a national coordinator here in Luxembourg. And thank you, Mazi Jonathan, for being with us this evening. May Chukwu be with you. Let me start first. Let me start from thanking Chukwu Kabiama for the life of our leader, Ohamadike Biafra Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is castrated from, who is a extraordinary rendition from Kenya since almost 4 years now. He's still in prison, and we must continue to ask the Nigerian government to release our leader. We all see what is going on in Nigeria now. Everything that he said is happening. Killings everywhere, massacring everywhere. So we ask the Nigerian government to release this innocent man. Let him be free. And also, let me just come back to thank also our honorable second in commander, Mazi Chike Edosiem, who is calling and then trying very hard, and also all the DOS trying hard to let our people be free. I want to ask Chukwu to continue to guide you people, and we all must see Biafra. First of all, let me just say I have a little bit 3 things to say this evening. You know, most important thing is our collectivities, you know, and the individuality. You know, since Biafrans, the massacre of our people after Biafran war, there's something that happens, you know, when the Nigerian and then their masters, they gave us 20 pounds, you know. After they massacre us, they gave us 20 pounds. Even if you have 10 million, have 1 billion, they give you, they give you 20 pounds. So we can started becoming a kind of Nebuchadnezzar again. But thank Tuko Kabiama today that IPOB is here to change the narrative. So all this individualism also is also some problems we have. Like when you talk about everybody is scattered. Individuality. Everybody's fighting for his life. Everybody is going for his own business. Nobody. We are only IPOB are thinking about the collectivity of our people, and that's why I say that Mechuko Kabema be within Nnamdi Kanu to put us in this one umbrella called IPOB. Let me just say about this individuality. It's like when you go to think about our elders. A few of our elders that understand what we are passing through, and then some understand and some don't understand because of the same individuality we have. But this time around, we must continue to educate our people continuously to be one to be in one umbrella. Like was another thing that that is bothering me is when our brother here is saying about it, talking our brother Jonathan, when we are all these individualities, like let me just come here in Europe when our people all this come and put in a kind of a lot of societies, Igbo meetings. Igbo, Indi Igbo na London, Indi Igbo, everything. So all this is putting us in a very deep, a lot of, divideness, which is our masters does this thing very well. But this, I understand it. We understand all these things. So that's why we must continue to stand very strong and liberate our people. So let me go back to another thing that I want to, said here, is concerning this individuality. Like churches also is also something we have to. We must put also all this, churches everywhere in our land. You can see mostly churches. We have churches. We have Catholic. We have CMS. We have all kind of churches, thousands of them. All this is causing some of our problems. Why is it causing our problems? Because it makes us not to be in that one umbrella, and then to stand up and defend our land. That's why you went to every churches you go, everybody is saying different things. But all glory be to God that IPOB is changing it. That's why I said that if you're an IPOB, there's something that we must come inside you, which a kind of either from the spirit or from the from our ancestors. That's why I'm thanking Chukwuke for being with IPOB, and the IPOB will change everything. They change everything for us to be free. And let me just not say too much. And what I'm asking also is about our leaders, our elders have to wake up. They must wake up to understand that what we are fighting is a just cause. And these churches in our places is also distracting us always. That's why when this a kind of the problem we have last time about the criminal in Finland, because of this attitude, some of our brothers went to join him. Now everybody can see the destruction he came to do in Biafra land, killing our people, destroying a lot of places. But all the same, we are following everything, and we understand the way they are moving. Mostly those people that came to in our land. Well, let me say something again. There's something that occurred in Biafra land. A few years ago, when I went to when I went to Biafra, when you go to in our land, we understand then all the structures of our ancestors is already be destroying. Everybody, they are destroying it, which is very, very bad, and then also bringing a kind of a lot of scriptures like all this Virgin Maria and all this molding a lot of things from China and a lot of other from places and putting it in our lands, in all the villages. And then this is time we have to ask questions. We must question some certain things in our land. Question everything, because last time I went to Africa in Biafra land, everybody knows where is Holy Trinity on each other. There's one big statue which was facing him, and it was built, mountain statue built in Holy Trinity on each other. This statue facing in River Niger, and then they use big iron metal to fence it around with the key. And when you slow down at this statue, it was written the Queen of the Niger. So my question is, why not Virgin Maria? And then it was written the Queen of the Niger. Everybody that is living in Onitsha we can go and then see the things I'm saying. So that's why we must question a lot of things, because we must think, because these people that came to destroy our people, our land, they have very, very big intention, a lot of things. So that's why we must question. So finally, let me just, and again, there's something also that happens last time when the Uromi province, the people of Uromi taking there's a problem in Uromi in Benin City, So when there's a problem with herdsmen, our people are shouting, people are talking about it. Social media everywhere. So I think for my own understanding, when every time something is happening in Biafra, in Biafra land, they always use our people to all these our people that don't understand what we are passing through. They invited all of them, like when they did this the one that does a birthday in Abuja. That they invite, I think they invited this man to come to that place so they can change, destroy all those Fulani killers. What is happening to everybody? So they just changed it to come and spread the money everywhere. That's why I said these people, I don't know where these people came from. I don't understand where these people came from. So they came to spreading money, so they can, the people that knows what, trying to destroy everything we are doing, so they can use those evidence to go and put it in other, send it to international communities. So I'm telling them, okay, look at what these people are doing. They are spending money, and they say they are suffering. and they are marginalizing, you know. So all these people, we have to know how to get our slave brothers, so they can understand what we are passing through in our land. You know, our people have died enough. So time to all of us to wake up. We can see what is going on in other countries, in the Burkina Faso. We have to learn and also understand that Biafra is what we need, and Nigeria must release our leader. Finally, let me just said about we IPOB in here in Luxembourg. We are planning our 30th of May, which we are always doing it to respect to our foreign heroes, which is very, very important. So I urge all my IPOB members, and I thank you people for being with me for all this while, trying to make sure that our people must be free. We must come to where we know the usual place we do it last year at Longwy. This is a border to Luxembourg and France. You know, we must come there to honor our heroes. And you can also call this number 352-661-002. Let me repeat the number again. 352-661-343-002. So, and also let me just thank Chukwu Kabema for giving us also the ESM, Eastern Security Network, that those our brothers who leave all what they are doing and securing our land. May Chukwu continue to be with you people, continue to protect our DOS, our second in command, Mazi Doziem. May Chukwu Kabema be with you all. And then we must get Biafra. We have to stop here because let me stop here for the moment. Thank you, Mazi, for being with us this evening. Ndewo.
Ndewo, Mazi Banuko. You have done justice to your time, and you have delivered your message from your own perspective, and we are glad that you are here, that we're glad you came. You have touched almost every angle of interest to IPOB, and our goal is freedom, nothing more, nothing less. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. The call for referendum is not a call for war. The Nigerian Fulani hegemony has to stop. We are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans, and let the ballot box decide in a peaceful and democratic process, which is called referendum. That's where we stand, and that's what we are talking about, and that's what we want Biafrans to continue to push, and together we shall get this resolved and get our freedom, so that even the children we have in the diaspora, the children born under Biafra families, can go home and at least to live in their ancestral land, because they are the ones to take over after us. If you are successful in the Western world and your children are not ready to take over from you, you have no successor. So it is success without successor, it doesn't make sense. That is one of the reasons why we must restore Biafra, because from our own statistics, we have more than 5 million children born to Biafrans in the diaspora, and 90% of them have not been in Biafra land because of the insecurity and lack of infrastructure. So these problems need to be resolved so that we can go home and live in our own house and in our own land, where we shall feel free without any molestation, without any harassment, or racism. So thank you, Mazi Ibuanugo, for the messages you have dropped here. Your submission has been well taken. So let me not waste much time anymore to go to the next coordinator here who has come to deliver their own message. I will go to Mazi Ohebu. Mazi Ohebu Chukwemeka. Please, if you can hear me, you are the Deputy National Coordinator of Spain. If you can hear me, please take the microphone and address Biafrans all over the world. Mazi Ohebu, if you can hear me.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you, sir. Good evening to all Biafrans. I can hear you very, very well. First of all, sir, my name is Chiemeka Ohebu, the Deputy National Coordinator of IPOB Spain. Presently serving also as the coordinator of Malaga. Presently, sir, I just want to thank Chukwu Kikabiama and everything that he has done for us as the people who are in the journey to freedom. And also the kind of leader who is now incarcerated in the hand of the enemy in Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Who sees it in the hidden and also in the open, like he always do to Biafrans and to IPOB in special, to sustain him and protect him, because without him, we are going nowhere. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall live in Igbo language. My second greetings goes to the HOD, the great man, the man full of silence, but what he has to say is many. And when he says it, we don't understand. And that is why he prepared to remain silent. Thank you so much, sir. Chike Doziem. You will live long. That is my prayer to you, sir. Very well. Then the third greetings before I proceed is the DOS, the DOS, the members of the DOS, from the Chinas and Woru, the Indie Pack, the careful man, to the last person. My prayer to all of you is, as you left in the morning, you shall return in the evening, and nothing shall ever stop you from returning to your domicile. That is my prayer to all of you. May Chukwu Kariama, who also sees in the open and in the hidden, protect and guide all of you who has been there, that gave us this particular courage that we have today to come on air and speak and name our names. Without you people, the directives and all these basketballs that people receive from left, right, and center. Oh God, I don't know how to say it, but my prayer is thank you, and may God bless all of you. Then the third goes to our host. This man he can never stop. Jonathan. This is my first time to be here, but I follow him all the time, and that we do whatever they say we should do. Jonathan, you thank Iji. You thank Iji. Dike ekperi na dia ekpere good thank Iji. Dike ekperi na dia ekpere good time. Eke Orio Afo Nkwo. As long as they keep on counting, so your life shall be this restoration of Biafra, non-stop. Jonathan, thank you so much. Now, my able rep, European representative, Mazi Abane, you have exhausted everything that you have as energy, ideas, and all that to make sure that Europe remain intact. No matter what happened, no matter all these things, all this time of trial in Europe was on your head. And we know. We don't come, but we know. We don't speak to you, but we know. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so very much. Mazi Otin Abanyama. Who goes here and get Manake, Manodi, Manafo, Manampo. They will your son name shall live and see the goodness of Tuko government in the land of the living, because you are a great man. There was sir. Thank you. Now I want to thank the whole coordinators and national coordinators of all over the world under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu DOS. All of these people who stood, all of them, they stood, stand tall, no matter the trial, no matter the wave, all of them, they stood there. The wave was carrying some, and all of them, they stood there. It doesn't matter whether financially, opinionally, or otherwise, they stood there. I have removed my cap. All of you, coordinators, national coordinators, Chineke goes on without one, and again with the monthly dues, the place of ESN. And I must say, Ebudusi will take on in our own. I hear which were the machi for machi. Chineke goes you goes here, because of who no one, who ya goes in the Naza and Nugget. Because of Goa, that got the one. Who goes in the sun. There one. Finally, IPOB, the members of IPOB, those that do not wave, the last greeting is all of you, because you remain indefatigable. You remain unshakable. I want to use my own family in Malaga. These people in Malaga are people whom I have loved so much because of their tenacious. They are very determined. They don't care what will happen tomorrow or next tomorrow. They are always there, singing the same music. Come rain, come sun. And that is the reason why God must bless all of you. If not, we stop serving God. That is what we said. I want to thank several of you, especially the principal officers of IPOB Malaga. God bless all of you. Maji pro Maji. The Spanish national coordinators and coordinators everywhere. My greetings go to Madrid, who have stood forefront in everything. Trial was very, 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 very difficult. But today, we are here, and Madrid is there. I want to thank each and every one of them. I don't want to mention them. I can only call one, but 1 out of 100, especially those who are in the forefront, like Mazi, Adolfos, the comrade of Madrid, Chineke Goziegi, for all your efforts and all your teams that are working relentlessly to make sure that we will have a target of men post in Madrid. And Madrid we go. In other words, I want to use this opportunity that I have today, I don't know about tomorrow, to announce our target of men. I am hereby calling every Biafran all over the world, especially those in Spain, Andorras, and part of Portugal, who are searching of where they're going to do and have a respect for our fallen heroes, both past and present. Please, is in Madrid this year. Very important. It's called, all of us will gather there, Recoletos. It's called Recoletos. That is where we march. And we have a very great event to deliver that day. And I am calling. In the whole Spain, we have around 17 autonomous communities. And I am calling from Andalusia to Aragon, Asturias, Baleares, Canarias, Cantabria, Castilla de la Mancha, Castilla y León, Cataluña, the Great Catalunya, Extremadura, Galicia, Madrid, Murcia region, Navarra, País Vasco, La Rioja, and the Great Valencia, plus 2 that is called Ceuta and Melilla. Please, we are calling on all of you to gather in Madrid this particular 30th of May. All of us will be there to honor our hero and our heroines who has given everything that we may live to today and have the mouth to talk about Biafra. In other words, wait for you there as we have called tonight. If you need anything or any information, if you are listening to us tonight, we can drop a number online so that if you are from this region that we have called, for us to wait for our leader must be released unconditionally. All of you have seen there is nothing. They have nothing against our leader, neither against us. In other words, the thing we are looking for now is to receive our leader. We also stand fully with the decision of the appeal court. All of us knows what happened in appeal court. In other words, we are waiting for them to see where this their ship with that captain will take them to. Then they will know what IPOB is made of. I have the trust and the full confidence of the DOS full time. That's why I'm still here to today, since 2012. That is it. And that is why we are here. Please, make sure you contact anybody from this region that we have called now. Come over. You had the DOS said that everybody who we are deceived can come back home, except those that has or that we are the coordinators or has posts in IPOB that fall out. Those ones they cannot recover their post. But you've been led to be deceived. This is your time. First of all, come to 30th of May. Let us make it a very great one. And after that, you come back to your family. If you don't have any, like I already said, go, and then get one under the leadership of the one that he has made. It's called DOS. If you're forgetting already the last time you heard what he said when they asked him in the court, how do you send your information to the people you lead? He said it's through the DOS. The day-to-day activities is led by DOS. All of you had it very clear. So you cannot say now that you are confused. If you are confused, it's up to you, not on me. You had him say it there in the court. You said it in the court. Come back home and be of this particular historical making event led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, pioneered for this moment by the DOS. I stand by the men, Chiemeka Ohebu. Thank you, sir.
Ndewo, Mazi, especially for your prayers. We say to all the prayers, and we also pray the same for you and your family, that it shall continue to be well with you, even now to the end of time. We also want to thank you for the good work you're doing, not only in Malaga, but also in the whole of Spain at the moment. The DOS commend you wholeheartedly for all you are doing, and we believe that Spain will continue to take their place in Europe as one of the giants we have when it comes to IPOB and the Biafra Restoration Project. You guys has been on top of the game. So we hope you keep it up until we reach our destination. And with people like you on board, we know that success is already assured. So thank you, Mazi, for delivering your message tonight in the way you did. We are happy to have you, and we will continue to have you on board until we achieve our goals. Thank you, and Chukwuka bless you and the IPOB family in Spain. I want to call on Mazi Andy Lawrence. Andy Lawrence is our Deputy National Coordinator interim in Sweden, and also the coordinator of Malmo, which is the oldest and the most strongest zone we have in IPOB Sweden. Mazi, Lawrence, and if you can hear me, please take the floor and address Biafrans. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, our European rep. I want to say a big thank you for bringing me up this evening. I want to say good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good day to all the Biafrans all over the world. No matter wherever you are joining us from. My name is Andy Lawrence Chudi. I hail from Onitsha in Anambra State. Mazi Abwanyem, I will start by saying that I am the coordinator of Stockholm, Sweden, not the Malmo. Malmo is another city. Please, I will love to correct you in that fact. I want to say good evening to everybody who are, all my fellow coordinators who are present in this program. I want to hail our amiable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB worldwide. I thank God for his life. I thank God for his divine protection on him. And thank God for the divine wisdom he bestowed in him. And I pray that nothing that the enemies has planned shall befall him. I want to use this opportunity to thank all the members of DOS, Biafrans in Sweden, Stockholm, Malmö, Gothenburg, Västerås, and so on. I want to say that I am very proud of you because right from the onset, we have been formidable. I want to hail the host of this program, Mazi Jonathan, and every Biafran all over the world. May God continue to guide us with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Before I continue, I would like us to know that we are in the month of May, and we know what May signifies in the life of Biafrans all over the world. It is a month of sober reflection. It is the month that the sovereign state of Biafra was declared first on the 30th of May. And we all over the world are using this 30th of May to remember all those who has fallen right from the time of the war up till today. We must remember them. My prayers to them, or our prayers to them, is that they should not rest until they avenge their death. I remember Mazi Konso. I remember everybody that I've known that have given their life for this cause. And we must remember them come 30th of May. I and my family must remember them. We do that every 30th of May, and that is what we shall do. And I believe that Biafrans all over the world will adhere to this, because no matter who you are as a Biafran and as an Igbo person, you are directly or indirectly affected. We must remember them come 30th of May. And in Sweden, we all will be gathering in the city of Malmö on the 30th of May. Everybody who is living in the country of Sweden is expected to show up in the city of Malmö. That is where this year's 30th of May will be held in Sweden. Before I start, I would like to speak about the Agri project. The Agri project which we started last year, and we are repeating it again this year. The one of last year came out very, very successful. The reason why it came out very successful is because of our collective effort. I mean the collective effort of all the Biafrans all over the world. And this year, we believe that it will be better than last year. So, with this, I want to say a big thanks to all our gallant soldiers who are in the forest guiding our territories against the infiltrators, the people who came, who are there, or who want to occupy our land, those who have been occupying the other part of the contraption called Nigeria, but in our own land it will never happen. That is what we swear to do, and we must protect our land. Nobody will help us do that. We will do it by ourselves. And for this, I am encouraging every community in the whole of Biafra land to start up their local vigilance group. Sponsor them, because nobody will guide your community better than you. Nobody knows your community better than you. And the earlier you start up something, the better for you, because if we fail to do that, in a very short time, we will have no place to call our own again. Because there have been people who have been displaced out of their places from the northern part of Nigeria down to the southern part of Nigeria. They are gradually coming to our place, and we will never let it happen. Yes, we will never let it happen. Another thing I want to comment about is about the unlawful detention of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. It has started since 10 years ago. And since 10 years ago, this has been in the court. He was discharged and acquitted. They came to his palace and chased him, made him run away from his palace. They kidnapped him from Kenya again, unlawfully, and brought him down to Nigeria. Since that time they have done this. They have been amending his charges, and court has been squashing it. But he still remains resolute. One word he has been saying, which he have never amended, that Biafra is his right. Fighting for his people is his fundamental right. That is the reason why I will always be with Nnamdi Kanu. Believe you me, that is the person I listen to, no matter what comes on. There was something fundamental I noticed about the trial. The case started since 2015 from the end, and his release. Then the attack in his hometown that made him to leave the country. They extradited him from Kenya in 2021 up to Nigeria without following the due process. he still remained resolute. Everything he spoke about Nigeria have actually come to pass. That is another thing that classifies him as the greatest prophet of our time. Yes, he is the greatest prophet of our time. We must continue to do whatever the DOS asks us to do. The only thing we should do is working in unison. Because there is a saying that says that when you walk alone, you walk fast. But when you walk together, you walk far. We must continue. And for the best of my knowledge, our motto in Sweden, or can I say Stockholm, is no rest until we succeed. And something that I must say again, they are saying that we are unlawful. But the various countries where we are all residing are giving us permission for meeting and protest. How come it is only in Nigeria that they tag us unlawful, but in these countries that are developed, they respect us? This is a very big question mark that we needed to ask. We must always speak to our people for the need for us to be free, because freedom is the highest gift that any human being can get. Gradually, they are taking over our place. Listening to news, you see that there is no Igbo land again. There is no Igbo land again. And nobody is talking about it. The exams they did, Igbo land, where all of them failed. They call it glitches. Everything they are, every federal infrastructures, none is existing in the whole Igbo land, which they still want us to be together. When we try, they say that we are unlawful. When we keep quiet, they say that we are unlawful. You can never beat a child and ask the child not to cry. This is one thing I know. But the only thing I know is that as far as they cannot count the whole sands that is in Biafra land, that is to tell us that they can never plant us, because when they plant us, we will germinate. And when we germinate, our seeds will be more than the plants. This is one thing I know, and it is so sacrosanct. So, my fellow Biafrans all over the world, those who are hearing my voice this evening, I pray that God will give us that ability to withstand anything that may force us to be disunited. I pray that God will give us that fundamental wisdom to fight this cause, because we are in the right direction. Before I stop again, we shall always remember those who have fallen for the fight for this our freedom, and my prayers to them shall be more day and night. I will stop here so that I give audience to the next person. Thank you very much, my audience. Thank you very much. I still remain your servant, Mazi and Lawrence. Thank you very much.
There were Mazi Lawrence Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for delivering your message to Biafrans all over the world and those in Sweden as well. So we appreciate the work you're doing. One of the pioneer members of IPOB in Stockholm. Sorry for my first introduction that mentioned Malmo. I know that you are in Stockholm. That was a slip of tongue. I want to thank you for the good work you have been doing, and we believe you continue to do this work until we reach our destination, which is the restoration of Biafra, a free nation, an independent nation where we shall all rejoice and praise Chukwu Kabiyama in our own land. Thank you, Mazi. Without wasting much time, let me call on the last but not the least tonight is Mazi Anthony Mokunye, who is our European Mobilizing Officer. Mazi Anthony Mokunye, if you can hear me, the floor is yours now.
Good evening, man. Good evening, sir. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, all national coordinator on board. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, more grace to able. Good evening, sir, from here. Thank you for your engagement all the time. I want to extend my greetings to our honorable God who has been leading us too on this journey. People of Abiyam, follow me, we give him honor and thank you for leading this mission that we all are involved in. That is the right mission, that is justice, freedom for everybody. And the Lord said, be free. God has no demarcation, He has no discrimination. People doesn't discriminate. Human beings discriminate. So we thank Him for leading the ideology of Mazi and Kanu and his followers. And I thank Him too, especially for keeping our leader alive after all dangerous attempts to terminate his soul. For today, the world can see him equally appearing in the street, the court of law, for doing nothing. I call upon Almighty Jehovah to guide him wherever he is, to protect him, provide for him, coat him with blood of Jehovah. That no evil plan, physically, theoretically, diabolically, and scientifically, can harm his soul. Because the justice he's fighting is for his people. Like Jesus Christ, they said he died for us. And somebody today is willing to die for us. I think that is our safety for today that we are seeing with our eyes. No matter what the enemies plan against him, judiciary and otherwise, politically, from family, from any angle, can never prevail in where he is. His ideology is on, and we are solidly behind his ideology. Where he goes, there we will be. So for that reason, I thank the followers that is taking after his ideology without fail or without diversion. That is the command that he left, the office that he formed, the Directorate of State, which Mazi and Kanu equally is a member. Now, whatever they say goes. I bless God and I thank Him for keeping them alive after all the storms, after all the stones, directly, indirectly, that have tried to break down the rock of ages. I thank God and I thank them for their resilience, protection, and defense that they have rendered into the war that we have passed. because of the infiltrators of the federal government in question to destroy IPOB because of the truth and justice that they brought to the world, to educate the world that, yes, we're supposed to be free. And some people say no. They're against our life. They're against everything we do, humiliation, intimidation. They don't want us to grow. And he told us the reason why we shouldn't grow and why we should grow. And we deem it fit that we must grow. IPOB, Biafrans all over the world must be free because it has been ordained. And the prophet brought that message to us. And we followed. I have to urge everybody, by the special grace of God and by the power of Almighty, who created us, who know what we are passing through every day. There are tears in our eyes for doing nothing. The subjugation is oppressive that we will not accept. So the DOS stood firm because we have signed this movement. We have signed our mission with our blood, our families, everything. I extend my gratitude to those who are still living in Biafra land, Biafrans all over the world, IPOB especially. The resiliency will bring us to success. Nobody should cajole them out of this struggle. God bless everybody in Biafra land that is working assiduously, transparency, to make sure things are being put in place. Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever you are, no matter your nationality, I say, together we move, together we shall win. We want everybody to come and join the truthful movement, IPOB. Because under the command of Mazi, deputized by Tony Nzurumiko. In fact, they are doing my policy and they are taking us to the place. I will stand firm that God should direct them more than what people are reasoning out of IPOB. I thank you all who are listening to this broadcast this evening. Dear friends, I have not much to say than to let you remember what Nnamdi Nnamdi Kanu has told us. If you are in the Radio Biafra school hall, classroom, you will not give up this struggle. You will know that victory at the end is ours. You will not even tantalize the struggle or the order that comes from DOS. Because you yourself that knows that, yes, we have opened the book, we have gone on research to know that the henchmen, the killers are coming, they are coming after us. Now the Kanu has said it, and up to today, what is happening? How he said it is what is happening. Then you still believe that there is another party, or there is another kind of belief that you have to have, and abandon IPOB without supporting that good ideology and thinking that you will join the federal government because of financial support or otherwise to sell your people. That means you have not started. You are that person we call the canker worm. The worm in the fish eats the fish. The way that apart from our struggle with this ideology without supporting anymore, you are now in the corner trying to build another thing to contribute DOS, to contribute us, to contribute even Tony Mokwe. My name is Anthony Mokwe. Sorry. Because I'm provoked when sometimes I come to speak on the radio, because when I see the attitude of our people, I became exhausted. Nnamdi Kanu said it, that if not that God sent us to do this work, He has studied the character of our people, Igbo, and say, oh, the road is very narrow. He would have dropped that job. This freedom that he's fighting, that he's going to get for us in Chukwuka State. He said it. Up till now, we have not learned a lesson that we have to support this struggle, to let our brother come out of that place because he's a truthful man. What sin has he committed? What crime in civil book law, in the civil code of conduct or whatever in the law, the constitution? What crime can somebody come and tell IPOB or me myself, Mazi Anthony, that Nnamdi Kanu has committed, that I will be ashamed of? He has not committed anything. Somebody is saying, give us freedom, give us referendum, because we have been subjected, we have been subjugated, we have been killed. Every day we cry. Our people are in the exile, suffering. Can one of the governors come down to Italy, for instance, or Germany, or France, to come and live on the street and survive on the street? Even when you are working under the government of the state you belong in abroad here, you must be subjugated. You must still be humiliated. Gone are the days when Nigeria has prestige. This time, no way. And some are still there, thinking to support Nigeria or to support Biafra. You are not supporting anybody. Support your right, equal right and justice, and your freedom. Because we have the authority, we have the right, even natural and international laws, even in your own state law. Somebody have right to go and do whatever he wants to do with his life. Nobody can hinder it. That is freedom. So we want to go, and it becomes a problem. Ndibo, I am saying, because of tomorrow, Nnamdi Kanu have said a lot. Which other gang or group can come and be interpreting what Nnamdi Kanu has already said, and you will follow him? Are you not supposed to be their teachers? Because you have been present in the classroom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcast and his knowledge to the world, not only to us. He developed a lot of people, brain, financially, economically, even agriculture. He gave most of the hints of Biafra activity, and people are today copying it and say Nigeria is good. Nigeria can never be good except we go our separate way. So, having said all these things, I would pledge and plead to the judiciary, the new sitting judge, over his case. They don't have to gamble with this man's life because he has done nothing. All the testimonies, we all know, intelligent. It is what they are being sent. How can you come as an officer, DSS, and you conducted the arrest? You cannot read your verbal. You cannot tender it. You cannot, you say, I don't know, or I know. The one you know that will implicate the complainant, you will try to say because that is what they told you to say. And we are looking at you people doing what you are doing. You think you will succeed? All these are fallacy. All these are just conspiracy against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on this case. Somebody who was renditioned from Kenya, committing a crime to challenge a criminal, then you catch fire there. You should know that this man have not committed. Me, I am annoyed because that man is supposed not to be there. It's better you come and even take me and put me there. Let him go because I have not done nothing. And you are still prosecuting an innocent angel. And what he has been telling us is happening up to today. You cannot even say, let me give him a grace. He's a prophet indeed. How greedy, how wicked you people are. How wicked is not welcome anyway in our own diary. we stand on the right justice. We are not begging for anybody, the government or the state or the governors, to help us to get Biafra. Because all of them are not doing fine to what we contemplated. Igbo that have never gotten a leader have to get a prophet instead of you to protect the prophet by all means. As a governor, as a lawmaker, and know the law. You people abandon and keep quiet and be taking share from the Fulani. Look at today. I want to warn and give you an information in Igbo. All Biafra land, if you can remember, when the Inspector General imposes all arms and ammunition to be returned to the nearest police station. If you remember, today, the Fulanis are having their arms. So even today, they doubled all the arms and ammunition. Can you imagine that a news came that a drone was dropping a kind of material instrument? Does it mean that we don't have surveillance, intelligence to see it from sky and know that they kept quiet? Because them. After all, they've asked you to go and drop your arms and ammunition to the nearest police station. And we all foolishly, the lawmakers in the East did not query that act. The heads of the villagers, of the communities, of the local government did not sit down and reason. Why? Even some hunters, their double barrel were seized because today, look at the Fulanis with drone and Setima killing our people everywhere. What will you use to? You see, they have disarmed you before they reinforce now. And you think, how do we fight the fight? What I'm trying to encourage you people is for you to use your senses and stand up now and support IPOB. If you have better idea, bring it to IPOB. We will work on it as long as it leads legally to our referendum for us to go in peace or on dialogue. But we are not afraid of whatever that we break out. Because Chukwu Kabiama is fighting our fight. Those that they kill innocently, their blood is Biafra land, supporting IPOB and supporting our leader Nnamdi Kanu. The spirit will be there to be judging with them. If you don't know, if I die today, my spirit will not rest until Biafra is restored. And I must be in the forefront. As a spirit, I am telling you, because we have gotten to the end, that no man fears no death anymore. We need freedom. And freedom must be for us. Freedom must be for Nnamdi Kanu. Freedom must be for DOS. Freedom must be for every believer, whether black or white. Freedom must be for us. So I am encouraging the world, everybody that is sympathetic to their first struggle, please support ESN. Those who are standing gallantly, taking risks. One die one week, one die one week. Please, we need an assistance. Anything you have, contact the appropriate quarter and let us have it. You are welcome, because they are the people protecting our land and trying to chase all these Fulanis away. And vigilante should be created by the leaders of our communities and the younger remaining men. Be vigilant. They will take us over. Nnamdi Kanu has warned us once upon a time that if we don't try to accumulate what we used to fight them, when they come, it will not release anybody. Even me, I'm not coming. But if there is any material in which we will use to defend ourselves by our communal effort, we'll gather it, we can be able to use it to stand and defend ourselves. The people speaking now on the air, telling people to come and defend themselves, or the Inspector General or the other man has spoken, defend yourself. All these prominent ones that know, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. When you have taken arms out from the eastern hand and homes, Now you are coming to say defend yourself. Give us back our arms. That is another thing we have to ask them. I'm only just sounding this idea. I'm not concluding. But it is left with you to pick the one that you can use and digest it very well for this freedom to be real and to be fortified, and we shall get it. I want to use this opportunity, please, to thank all the European national coordinators. I am the European mobilizing officer, and I am seeing what they are doing. All the national coordinators, starting from Italy to the end of Russia, UK, Spain, Netherlands, all the countries, Finland, that we are cooperating together to actually work. I thank you all for the effort you have put in. On my behalf and in my presence, we are getting all the records. The DOS is thanking the European office, is thanking representative office led by Austin Abani, is personally equally on behalf, appreciating all of you as I appreciate all the national coordinators that have been active. Those that are inactive, I should equally encourage. Let us know where you are lacking so that we can put lubrication in any formulation to make us grow. And urging all the lovers of freedom to come and join your community, IPOB, wherever you are. Try to look for a family to join. We need increment because Ogunabia, Igwebike, Onyabona, Tito, go and register in any family that is close to you, called IPOB, under the leadership of Chika Edozium, deputized by Tony Nzurumike and others. If it is in Europe, okay, under the leadership of Austin Abani, deputized by Azayoba, then let us know. Go and register. Follow again. Don't be convinced because you people have seen what is happening. Not tomorrow. You said they did not renounce it for you to go and join a family wherever you are. But we have family there. 177 countries. It's known that IPOB is registered. And the coming event, which is the 30th May, I, on behalf of the Directorate of State and the European rep, I'm saying all national coordinators, state coordinators, and members should please come out that very day. It is a big day, and I know this year's own gonna be a super because so we should please endeavor to be present. Whatever we are doing, make sure your presence is notified. Let us not equally forget our liaison office that we are going to inaugurate on the 14th of July, June, sorry for the information, that the national coordinator of Germany, I think he might have made a publication on this. Nobody should forget, from east, west, north, and south, all over the world, we're inviting you people to Berlin, where the liaison office will be inaugurated and will forge ahead. Everybody should put it in mind and make a provision for that. Having said all these things, I want to thank all the Biafrans all over the world, the media warriors, those that are sincerely working. I thank you all on behalf of the IPOB HOD and European rep. I'm speaking. We thank you all for all your endeavor. Those that are contributing that we see and we don't see, may the Lord replenish all of us. For this struggle, we must succeed. Because he said the more we are together, the happier we shall be, and we shall have victory. All this I have to say for now, and I will say thank you. Chinedu, once more, I thank you for being with us and having your patience, doing your work. God Almighty, will enable you and your family and all IPOB worldwide. May peace, love, unity be unto us. Thank you very much. Onyisi, thank you for now. I hand over my microphone.
Ndewo Mazi Mokunye, you have really delivered a very powerful message tonight. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being with us. Our mobilizing officer in Europe, you are formidable, and we appreciate your work in Europe. And we continue to work together until we reach the fatherland on a day that we will ever remember, when Biafra will finally be restored and take back our dignity and our honor before, as it was before the white man came. That's what we are asking for. Thank you so much for all you have said. We once again want to reiterate that if you want to support the ESN, go to ipob.org and you see the portion that says donate, and you donate to support the work of ESN. ESN is the last line of our defense. Biafra land is today better off than any other part of the zoo, because the ESN are doing marvelously well to protect our people, protect our land and the farmland at the same time. So we need to always remember them in our prayers, and also give them what they need to do the work as they are doing, because Nigeria is not protecting their citizens. They have no interest of the people at heart. It is to your own tent, O Israel. That's what they have told us. Defend yourself. So that's what we already have been doing before they say it, because we know the eastern part of Nigeria, which is Biafra, is their target. This is the place that is not yet conquered by the Fulani hegemony and their Islamization tendency. So please, if you are a Biafran or lovers of freedom, the best thing you can do is not to always complain, but be active to support the work that our gallant men and women are doing in the forest by donating. You can do that by contacting any IPOB member near you or any coordinator near you, and that you will be properly directed. So we want to thank Mazi Doziem once again, the head of the Directorate of State, for his untiring effort and for his resoluteness in making sure that the Biafra Restoration Project remains very successful in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi. We thank his deputy Mazi Zurumike, Mazi Former, the head of media, and the rest of the continental reps who are doing marvelously well to ensure that we reach our destination in no distance time. I want to thank you once again, IPOB Europe and IPOB all over the world, for standing tall in the faces of adversity, for remaining resilient against all odds. We are going to reach our destination if we continue to work together as one indivisible family. This is my message, and this is our message tonight. Mazi Jonathan, we are come to the end of tonight's program. We want to thank you for being there for us, anchoring this program, and for the work we are doing already on a daily basis to educate our people and work our consciousness as to what is coming before us, so that before we're armed is before warned. Thank you so much. And I want to say good evening from here to all Biafrans. My name remains Mazi Austin Abam, the European rep. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much, Mazi Abam, and all the members or the coordinators, the timbers and calibers of IPOB in Europe. You are doing Biafrans proud. Therefore, you've had it, Biafrans and other continental coordinators should emulate and also be telling Biafrans, coming up to tell Biafrans what they need to know, because IPOB is alive and kicking. Therefore, Biafra remains our ideology, Biafra remains who we are, Biafra remains our religion, because we go nowhere. Nigerian government have been trying to make sure that IPOB is scattered. The enemies of Biafra have been trying to make sure that this leadership will leave everything with annoyance. But as I used to say, Kama I got born on my tufu, I born on my. Therefore, there is going back, because there's even back to go. That is of it. From me, from here, Mazi Chinedu, it is simply good evening.
Biafra baloma ala chukwu goziri ala mana ala chukwu goziri the rising sun. Mgbe mbuka kwuru okwu wesi n'oji ihe nwatakịrị o were aka ya elu aka fụwa ya ụfụ wetuo ya maka na